Hello, my name is Tony Sinanis, and I'm your superintendent of schools. I'm here decked out in my Herricks gear because I'm so proud and excited to share the proposed budget for the 24-25 school year with you. The version of the budget that you're going to see today is the version that was adopted by the Board of Education at their April 4th board meeting. So where do we start? What are the foundational core components of our organization that guide our work when we begin the budget development process early in the summer? We start with our mission statement and we think about our core values as an organization, which are driven by trust, integrity, respect, the creativity, teamwork, and how we can make a difference. We also think about our portrait of a graduate. This is made up of 6 competencies that we look to see every learner in our organization embrace and employ in their journey. Think about collaboration, critical thinking, communication, creative innovation, compassion, and confidence. And in the coming weeks and months, we're going to be reintroducing the portrait of a graduate because that was an outcome that we identified as part of strategic planning. And what's strategic planning, you ask? Well, our strategic plan, which we are calling Project 2036, is going to guide our work in the next several months and years. We went through this process that helped us identify 5 focus areas: our portrait of a graduate, which I just mentioned, and reintroducing it, and helping to centralize it as a critical component to the work that we do, and that common thread that connects everything that happens in our learning organization. We're also going to be thinking about assessment, how we define assessment, what types of assessment that we use in our schools and classrooms. We're also going to be thinking about our goal setting process, both short-term and long-term, specifically as it relates to instructional goals, but also as it relates to our professional learning goals. We're also going to be thinking about our digital future, particularly around instructional technology that we're going to use responsibly with our students to help support their learning over the next several months and years. And finally, we're thinking about engagement, and particularly what two-way engagement looks like in our community. We also use our time to develop goals annually, and these goals inform the budget development process. This is just a snapshot of the board goals that were developed for this school year. The district also developed goals for the year. You can find those on our website. And why do we do this work? We do this work for our kids, for our community, for our student musicians, for our readers, for our technology students, for all of our kids. And so we're excited to share with you what we are proposing for next year so that we can make our portrait of a graduate come to life. So just a quick glance at our schools. We currently have 4,330 students. That's about an 8% increase over the 1920 school year. We have 7 buildings in our district, and all of them are used to support learning. We have our 5 schools, 3 elementary, 1 middle, 1 high. We have our Shelter Rock Academy that houses our alternative school program. But in our community center, we also have our UPK program. And we're so proud of the district and the learning that is provided here. And I can't wait to share with you some of the highlights that we currently are experiencing, and then some of the priorities that we are putting on the table for consideration in developing the budget for the 24-25 school year. So what does that mean in numbers? What is being proposed? We are proposing a $6.9 million increase budget to budget from 23-24 to 24-25. That is a 5.2% increase. Now, if you were to exclude pending claims and legal fees, which you know we are dealing with various legal issues, it would be about a 3.25% increase, which is very consistent with what we're seeing in the region and the state. What that means in terms of our tax levy, we are proposing a 2.38% increase over 23-24, and that is going up to the tax levy cap. And the tax levy changes year to year, but this is also very well within the range that we are seeing in the region. This is a visual breakdown of where that money goes. We are looking at about 13% of it going towards administrative fees, about 15% going to capital projects, and that means our facilities and maintaining them. And then we're looking at about 73% going to program. That's directly impacting our students, our faculty, our staff, our curriculum, the materials, and the resources that we use. This is a nice quick graphic that just shows you where the money is being allocated in terms of what is being proposed for next year. So what are the drivers? I mentioned to you our portrait of a graduate. I mentioned to you our strategic plan. I gave you an overview of all of these things. As we go through that process, we are also thinking about how we keep a look at the multi-year perspective on the budget development process. So we're not just thinking about 24-25, but we're thinking about 25, 26, 26, 27, and so on and so forth, because all of these things are connected and build on one another. So here's what's being proposed. This graphic here breaks down where that $6.9 million increase is coming from, what is driving it. So it's broken down into several areas that you'll see on the left-hand side of the slide. These are designated by the state. These are the categories that the state asks us to put in use when we budget for the year. And you'll see what's included in that. So for example, in general support, where we're seeing about a $4 million increase, that's a 22% increase. That includes claims and legal, it includes cybersecurity, insurance. We're also seeing, for example, in transportation, about an $800,000 increase, 18.2%, We're looking to purchase 3 new buses. We're looking to resurface our bus compound, and so on and so forth. So I encourage you to check out this slide particularly because it shows you the breakdown of where that $6.9 million is coming from. And if you look at the notes, you'll see specifically where is driving that money increase. We also have state aid, which we were very fortunate this year. We received a $2.6 million increase over last year. A lot of districts in our region, you may have heard, had cuts in their state funding. We did not have cuts. We had a $2.6 million increase. And our state aid is important because it is approximately 20% of district revenues. Now, the state has not formally adopted the budget yet. It's likely to happen in the next several weeks, but this is what is being proposed so far. And so, what does that mean for us? What does that drive? What does the budget help support? Well, it helps support our students and all of the activities and experiences that we like to provide for them. And here are some of the highlights. I'm so excited to share those with you. Whether it's our graduation rate, which is 98%, whether it's the fact that we had over 800 students take AP exams, whether it's the fact that our grade 3 through 8 ELA and math state test results are in the top 10 in the state, or whether it's the fact that we had 4 Regeneron Science Talent Search Scholars, or that 87% of our classified students earned either a Regents Diploma or one with advanced designation. And this can go on and on. There's so many incredible accomplishments by our students, our faculty, and staff. And this is what it looks like. This is them in action, whether it's the Care and Career Fair at the high school, PS I Love You Day. Our kids are what we think about when we develop the budget and we propose the budget over the course of the year. We think about the arts because the arts are so important to our community, to our families, to our students, student musicians. You see Newsies there, and then some of the beautiful artwork that they have created over the course of the year. We also think about our student athletes who dedicate so much of their time to the different sports that they play. You'll see in the center a picture of our girls flag football team, which we launched this year. We're so proud of that. Overall, just incredibly proud of our student athletes. So what's being proposed for next year in terms of the budget? Well, we're talking about 2 positions that we'd like to add. One is a counselor at the middle school. We currently have 3. We'd like to add a 4th, and that is driven by enrollment. We have over 1,100 students at our middle school. We're also looking to add a special education teacher at the elementary level, and that is being driven by student program needs, CSE decision-making, and IEPs. We're also looking to, as I mentioned earlier, actualize our strategic plan. We're looking to maintain our partnership with Northwell Health, which has been invaluable to us. We're looking to replace textbooks this year in history and science. We replace those annually in different subject areas. And we're also looking at how we can upgrade our technology, both the hardware in terms of the devices our kids use, but also at the back end when we think about things like cybersecurity. We also are going to be looking at replacing musical instruments, athletic equipment. That happens every year. We're hoping to purchase new football helmets for our varsity football team and then give those helmets to our junior varsity football team. And we're also looking to revamp and refurbish our grandstands at both the middle school and high school softball fields. In terms of transportation, as I mentioned, we're looking to add 3 new buses. We want to repave our school bus yard, and we're going to be monitoring and assessing the situation as it relates to zero-emission buses, which is something the state is expecting every school district to embrace within the next several years. We're waiting for more details about that, but we will definitely be monitoring that situation and assessing our ability to support that. We also have a number of facilities improvements, whether that we're looking at refurbishing classrooms, replacing doors, renovating the kitchen and auxiliary gym at the middle school, replacing backboards in one of our gyms, upgrading bathrooms across the district. This happens annually. We're also looking to engage in an energy performance contract, which is going to be self-sustainable, also going to help us improve some things across the district. We're also looking to replace the fence around our high school varsity baseball field, which is incredibly important. We're going to be doing some upgrades at all 3 playgrounds across our elementary schools. And we're also looking at doing some renovations at the community center, just to name a few. And I encourage you to look over this presentation and look at all the details. We're also looking to extend security hours at our middle school, high school, and the community center because these are spaces that are used regularly by our kids, our families, and our community. We're also looking to support our food service program by purchasing new software. Our food service program is self-sustaining, and we're looking to maintain some of the community services held in the community center, including adult education and our senior citizen programming. So here's some important information for you. You need to be 18 to vote. You also need to be a resident of the district to vote on May 21st. That is the day you have the right to exercise your right to vote. We encourage you to come out. It is Tuesday, May 21st, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the community center. When you come out, you will have the opportunity to vote regarding a Board of Education trustees and the proposed budget for 24-25. There's a budget hearing on May 9th. You can check that out. You can register to vote in the district office. You can do that every day through May 16th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on May 7th from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's at the 8 p.m. Sorry, at the community center. But you could also register at the Nassau County Board of Elections. You can find that website on our website as well. And don't forget again, May 21st, Tuesday, is the day to come out and exercise your right to vote for both the Board of Education trustees and the proposed budget for next school year. We also have the opportunity to do mail-in ballots and to do absentee ballots. You have to make sure those are in by April 22nd. And if you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to email me. Please feel free to email Ms. Rakowski, our incredible Assistant Superintendent for Business, who has helped inform this project. So thank you again. I hope this information was helpful to you. And don't forget, circle May 21st on your calendars between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. at the Community Center Gym. That is the time to exercise your right to vote. Thank you.